funding terrorism. That is Kashim Shettima. Kashim Shettima, we should not forget Kabiru Sokoto. Kabiru Sokoto was one of the most wanted terrorists, especially as it concerns security. You must have an enabling environment in order to do anything. So you cannot take someone that is virtually senile and another person that has been associated on several occasions with funding terrorism. That is Kashim Shettima. Kashim Shettima, we should not forget Kabiru Sokoto. Kabiru Sokoto was one of the most wanted terrorists, and he was found and arrested in his house. Let us understand and let us not forget, this terrorism, this banditry, this carnage is not just happening by mistake. It's a multi-billion-dollar industry. A multi-billion-dollar industry because it takes a lot of money on defense budget. It has a lot to do with the sale of drugs. It has a lot to do with mining and illegal bunkering and illegal and illicit mining. And look at the areas that are generally affected by this. Take the Northeast, for instance. In the Northeast, you have the blue diamond. That is a strategic mineral. You have oil at the Chad Basin that is being explored right now, but illegally. You have Zamfara. If you go to Zamfara, Zamfara has more gold than Ghana. Zamfara's gold is being traded in Dubai and other parts of the country. There is a market called Nigerian gold in Dubai. Go and check. So who is doing this mining? Most times they are the governors, the people in power. They are the ones doing it in connivance. In connivance with foreign mercenaries. Can you remember? Have we forgotten when they said there is a no-fly zone in Zamfara? Why should there be a no-fly zone? There isn't even an airport in Zamfara. But aircrafts land and they take off from Zamfara. And let me tell you something else. In Zamfara, every container that comes from China ends up in Zamfara. You know why? Because in Zamfara, the soil in Zamfara has all the strategic minerals that you can think of. So when the containers come in from China, they land they end in Zamfara, and a bag of Zamfara soil is today sold at 5,000. So they need to displace the people to allow them to continue with their mining. I mean, it's multifaceted. And these are people that one has been severally accused of harboring terrorists, even recently. And why? Let us ask, why should Shettima be visiting, along with his governor, be visiting and making a solidarity with a police officer that was being tried for drug trafficking? Why? So you begin to put these things together and you begin to understand why Nigerians must retrieve their country. We can't allow this thing to happen.
My beloved brother, I must tell you, every part, I told you the case of Biafra is a case that every department is supposed to do the needful. And there is a message I forgot to drop in that other interview, because that message, based on that debate, makes the Finland government now, Simon Ekman submitted an appeal court. So in that appeal court, they have agreed now that it should come for bail. They have agreed now because of this debate. You understand? But and the UN now, they don't want to play the role that passer, the judge in Finland, that stupid judge, that in jungle justice judgment that he passed against Simon Ekman. UN themselves doesn't want to work that kind of way. They want to work diplomatically the way it should as UN, so that by the time they will now come, do you understand? They will now come, they will now have every concrete evidence to show Nigeria and to the world that this is the reason why we have come for these people to go. Because these people have paid the price, they have suffered enough. Nnamdikanu, castrated in DSS, suffering today. Even his health-wise, his health challenge has been overlooked by Nigerian government. They are playing games with his life. So the UN army need to come to do some coded investigation so that by the, I told you, time will come when the upper hand will now come regard to this case. Even when Bola Ahmed Tinubu is not ready nor willing to sign it, that the super world powers will come officially for that, attend to that, and make sure that everything is sorted out. Are you not seeing the game playing now? See the debates, see the acceptance from the Congress men. Now the UN military are now codedly in Nigeria to investigate all the reports that they have been getting. You understand, about Nigeria. And there is something that Nigeria has failed to understand, because Sidia Musa and Nigerian leaders has failed to report a report that is genuine, the truth. And they forgot that even UN and US, they said even Nigeria, if they should do what, shut down their server, they themselves have a server to cover everything in Nigeria.
You believe them?
Of course. No, it's not a make-up. Do you know why I say it's not a
right to intrude?
Excuse me. Can I tell you, if Benjamin Netanyahu and his men, countrymen, can, do you know how many nations airspace that Netanyahu break? How did he do that? If he can do that, definitely it is possible. If he can break the airspace of Iran, despite how intelligence Iran is in terms of technology, they break it. Who is Nigeria? I'm asking you, if Netanyahu, do you watch the World Leaders Summit, the UN, this thing? When Netanyahu enter, world leaders, they walk out. But let me tell you, do you know that every speech of Netanyahu, the whole Middle East, Eastern television and network carry it? Both their president, the people that work out, they were hearing what he was saying. How did he break that? So what is, which one can be Nigeria? So they have what it takes to break into Nigerian airspace and Nigerian distance to monitor everything that is going on in Nigeria. Never downgrade them. They have gone far. Which day Nigeria they wake up for technology? Did Nigeria even have anything technology? The network that you install, are you the one that install it? Is it not Igbo them that come and install it? The same way they install it, they know how to enter it. The man that did that transmit they used in 2023 general election, when they called the man, he said that they should bring it, that he will go back, he know what to do to bring the server back and the whole record will appear. They refuse. You understand? So they are breaking into it as they said, and that is why the UN now are playing the same game with them now. How do I mean? To make sure, because they have given warnings to Nigeria, time without number, to free nnamdikanu, and Nigeria refused. Now they want to come in disguise, so that when they will now talk, Nigeria will not have anything to tell them again. They will now go, hey, I visited. I am so. Remember when Amnesty, International Amnesty visited? You see their report. So all these things are games to make sure that when they will finally land in Nigeria for breakup, Nigeria will not have any excuse or anything to deceive them again, because Nigeria have been lying. Sidia Musa have been lying. So now,
well, says it's working. I say it's working. Trying to make sure that these terrorists are finally destroyed.
I did not say that it's not working. Are you hearing me? I did not say that it's not working. It's working. That is why Kwara State, 10 villages have been ransacked. Is that not work? That is why over 3 villages or communities in Niger State, you understand, the military base there have been dominated by the terrorists. And that is why over 20 military bases in Borno State have been dominated by what? Terrorists. It's working. Is that one not work? It's work. Under his watch. It's working. Who can, excuse me, lizard they fall from up. He look left and right. Nobody praise him. He nod his head and praise himself. How do you expect from Sidia Musa? A failure. He failed. Our uniform men have failed in terms of security. They have failed. Because if they should do the needful, I don't think that this security would have continued till today. What is happening is in Kwara State and every other places in Nigeria would have been happening by now. It shouldn't have if they are working. Remember, can you use now to compare the days of Jonathan, that they use propaganda and pursue from the office with the help of Obama, USA, president as at that time? Can you use the insecurity now to compare that time? So Jonathan has performed better and the APC has performed woefully. Both in economic wise, in security wise, in everything. They are failure. They are the worst thing ever happened in this country. You understand me? So let us call the spade a spade. I don't care what they want they stand to display before the people. It doesn't concern me, but this is the true fact, which not only me that is saying it or seeing it. Many, even our children today, are witnessing it. And the international are witnessing. They are aware of everything, but they just want to do that humanity aspect of it to make sure that their food. I'm talking about UN military men, personnel that are in Nigeria. They want to do that humanity movement to make sure that their legs touch the soil of Africa, Nigeria to be precise, so that when they will start to speak, it will not appear as what? A lie. The earth which they march will bear them witness. That's why they did what they have done.
But there was a time that ICC, the Nigerian military were sued to ICC when Lateef Fagbemi was telling the ICC to temper Justice Mercy as regards.
And they refuse to attend. They refuse to appear because they know that they will not get away with it if they should go. If they burn Nigeria, well, may they appear. Chebi cannot say for carry them. Say, oh yeah, let's go to ICC. Let me see how you will do. Even ordinarily see Kenya here. Kanu defeated Nigeria. Don't you see as Kenyans are confessing, begging? But because of their evil, they don't want to push the matter to international level because they know only in Nigeria here they can be doing their nonsense and be keeping nnamdikanu, suffering nnamdikanu, going against his own fundamental rights. It's only in Nigeria here. If anything push out here, Nigeria, they will see Nigeria. The world will see Nigeria. They will. I say, see, you know how they used to see house. That is how the world will see Nigeria and UK. The evil called to grandmaster, the UK and Nigeria. They are evil people, wicked people. So we don't want to continue partnering with evil people. We are the light. The light need to shine. Are you hearing me? So far so good, and that is why you see what. And I pray God will help us to achieve this dream. The stress, the suffering of nnamdikanu will not be in vain. Samonekpa will not be in vain. Ngozi Orabeze, God will bless you wherever you are in that place, and your movement will not be in vain. Your effort, your contribution, the Lord God Almighty will be with you.
The truth is finally out. Now that the Finnish government has declared the CDS of Nigeria, Musa, a terrorist now, what is the next phase of the lie? What lies can the government tell Nigerians? Now that Samonekpa is no longer in the picture, because it has always been pictured that Samonekpa is the cause of insurgency in Southeast, and now that insurgency has stopped in Southeast, and now that the Finnish government has vindicated Samonekpa, that those sponsoring insecurity and terrorists in the country are those some persons in the military. Now, where would CDS Musa bury his shame? Because a group of people are saying we want to exit the country. Because the Igbos are saying they are tired of the contraption called One Nigeria. That this One Nigeria, it will not work, and then it has never been working. It has been a country full of lies, propaganda, and shame. That has always been how it is formed. So I am not surprised that the Finnish government has now come out to say CDS Musa is a terrorist for all the atrocities he has been, for all the atrocities he has committed in disguise of pretending to keep one Nigeria. And that one Nigeria has caused a whole lot of catastrophe in the country. Just some days ago, a notorious bandit that was declared wanted was seen in Katsina State with top government officials going for peace talk. Between Mazi Samonepa and that terrorist, who is more deadly? Who is more deadly? But here we are today. Mazi nnamdikanu is still in detention. Kanu is still in detention because of the Igbophobia, of the hate. If Samonepa happens to be from the Fulani extraction, Samonepa would not be a terrorist. I can beat my chest because we've seen Fulani militias that have been given amnesty. We've seen Fulani militias that have been integrated into the society. Now that Finland are waiting to the ICC, Nigeria should immediately hand over CDS Musa for custody. Because the French government have done their own findings too. And they've seen that something is pushing under the ground. That this man has a connection with these Fulanis, has a connection with these bandits, has a connection with these terrorists. So if they are sincere, they should hand over CDS Musa to ICC for questioning. Because now that the French government has done their own conclusion, I've seen that CDS Musa himself is not innocent in this. Nigeria cannot pretend as if they are not aware that CDS Musa has been declared wanted by ICC and the Finnish government. No matter how they tend to die the matter, it is in the social media space. Everybody has seen it that CDS Musa has been declared wanted by ICC and the Finnish government. No matter how the Nigerian government want to die this matter, but they are very quick to declare Samonepa and IPOB a terrorist group. Now that the Finnish government and the ICC has declared CDS Musa a terrorist, why is the story not online? Why is the story not flying online? Because they themselves are also part of people championing insecurity and terrorism in the country. And that is why I say that anybody that speaks against the vision of the country, they will do everything possible to take that person off the hook. They will do everything possible for them to take that person off the hook. That is why I see that Mazi nnamdikanu has been in detention. And the Finnish government, they were so gullible to be used by the Nigerian government. They were just too gullible. Because if they were not gullible, why would a country like Nigeria come to tell you that Samonepa is the one sponsoring insecurity all the way from Finland, and you sit your ass down in Finland and you believe them? But there are some rumors that the envelope also changed hand. You know Nigerian story now. You know Nigerian government. That Nigerian government, anything that Nigerian government cannot do to bribe does not exist. I am very sure that the government have burned the Finnish court. And that is why I see that Samonekpa was wrongfully accused and sentenced. Now that the appeal court is now coming out to reverse all your stuffs. It is now a very clear indication that Samonekpa is innocent of all the charges leveled against him, because the Finnish government has come out to indict CDS Musa, saying that CDS Musa is the major financier of insecurity in Nigeria, and it should be tried by ICC, not just local courts. It should be tried by ICC. Enough of all these presents. We know that this one Nigeria, it can never work. No matter how we tend to rub our heads, no matter how we tend to try to patch things up, that one Nigeria cannot work. And that has always been the current state of nnamdikanu, that one Nigeria would not take us anywhere, and that it will not work. Today, the truth is not coming out. The truth is not coming out. Now, the list of people, ICC will publish names of people sponsoring banditry and sponsoring insecurity in Nigeria. Their names will be published. And when that is published, let's see how CDS Musa would escape it. Let's see how CDS Musa would escape the wrath. They have used kangaroo judgments to sentence Samonekpa. But today, the truth is not coming out. The truth is not out. That everybody knows the reason why insecurity is still thriving in Nigeria. And it's just because of one person that claims he is protecting the masses, rather than supporting the fight for terrorism. But the question is, how long can we continue to be deceived? How long can we continue to be deceived by the Fulanis? Don't forget that the CDS is a Fulani man. How long can we continue to be deceived by a Fulani man in our own country? And tomorrow you say that Biafra will not exist. Biafra will exist. No matter how we tend to hold it, Biafra would exist the country. No matter how we tend to keep it, Biafra would exist this country. And I am sure that nnamdikanu and Samonekpa will come out strong, no matter how they tend to do all this rubbish. They will come out strong. If today is the first time of coming across this channel, please kindly like this video, share it, comment for more political discourse. Thank you.